It helped me so much and has gotten me to this point to where I'm at now. And people have asked me, like, how did you start doing this? How did you become so comfortable with making these JayTalks and just being able to speak to whoever's willing to listen? And that's what it was. I just shifted my mind and just started doing what I knew I was called to do. And through therapy, it helped me realize so much about myself. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of JayTalk. I'm your host as always, Jalen Omega. I thought this was a great time just to talk about some things that really shaped and transformed my mental health and my mindset as well. I do suffer from depression and anxiety. I have taken prescribed medicine for it. But that's not my talk today. Today I just want to talk about therapy. Therapy literally changed my life. And therapy has such a negative connotation around it, which I understand, because most of us think that seeing a therapist or seeing somebody who doesn't know you, you're going to get judged and they're going to think the worst of you and they're not going to be able to relate to you. There is nobody on this planet who hasn't been through something similar, if not better or worse than any of us. We are not new to anything that has happened in this world or that has happened to us. It has happened to everybody. So I do understand that negative connotation around therapy. It makes it seem like you have a real problem, that we are not normal, but we are as normal as anybody else in the world. How therapy changed my life, just a quick backstory. I went to therapy for about a year and a half. It was just so random. My mom, she just scheduled me a random checkup appointment. I went in, and for some reason, my doctor, they started doing this DSM thing for patients that year. And what a DSM is, it's basically just a kind of like a questionnaire. For example, when this happens to me, I feel like this. 1 to 5, and then you turn over the paper and it's strongly disagree to strongly agree. And then my doctor comes in and she's just like, we noticed that you kind of are on like a high alert watch type of deal. Like I can't remember how she described it or explained it in medical terms, but so when I heard that, I was just like so mad at my mom because I thought she set me up. I'm like, she knows I've been acting different, I've been talking different, and I just been depressed because this was shortly after I had just graduated from college. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know where I was going. This was the first time in my life that I didn't have a plan. Got such a high accomplishment and just didn't know what to do with it. And so in my head, I'm just so frustrated, so mad. And she's like, "Oh, we're gonna start scheduling you with our therapist here at the office at the practice." And I'm just like, okay, like whatever, cool. Like explain how it worked. It was once a week for about an hour. And I would just go in and just talk. Never knew this woman, never saw her a day in my life. She's never seen me a day in my life. And it was just different. First session, I'm just in there. She's like, okay, so talk to me. Like, I already have your basic information, like stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, so like, you already know what you need to know about me. Like, I was very, very standoffish, just in a shell, in a bubble, just. I like to give advice and be there for others and help push others in the right direction. But when it comes to me, I like being the alpha. Like, I can handle this. I can take care of myself. My life's in total control. I don't need any outside help, right? And that typically is a lot of us, realistically. Just take a second and think about all those times that someone has asked if you're okay or are you going through anything? Would you like to talk about anything? You're just like, no, I'm fine. You don't need to know about me. Like, probably not like that, because that's a little aggressive, right? But in your head, you're like, I don't want to tell anybody about my life, whether you know them or not. And she did tell me that there are people who come in who just spill their guts out right off the jump. That was not me at all. I wasn't entirely sold on it. About 1 or 2 sessions after that were still kind of icebreaker, but by the third one, I'm like, okay. Opened up a bit, just talked about my struggles, talked about my dependency, codependency, and things of that nature, and just talked about some things that I leaned on at that time in my life. So for me, the biggest thing was me being a people pleaser. I've been like that since I was in middle school. It's gotten so much better now. Well, I guess alcohol is a drug, right? So my drug was alcohol. You know, being a bartender, being in Greek life, being a sorority sweetheart, having all of those accolades and being at that spot in my life, alcohol was my go-to. I definitely noticed that when I was out there waking up, responding to emails, text messages, phone calls, social media, schoolwork, work, putting all these things on my plate, it was just so much. And by the time I got home, I was just so drained. I was depressed. It was just because I had put everything out there. I was running on fumes, on empty by the end of the evening. Like, wow, what did I do for myself today? So that's something I want to suggest to you all. If you're always on the go, always busy working, busy planning for your future, doing this, that, and the other, save some time for yourself, please. Protect your mental health, protect your energy. When you're alone, that's when your subconscious really triggers your conscious and you realize what it is that you have been doing all day, what it is that you need to be doing, and what it is that can help us move it in the right way for a better tomorrow. So after those early sessions, she literally turned into my friend, and I was looking forward to going in there every single week for that 1 hour as my escape kind of from reality, and just let it all out and just let somebody else be there for me. So having that one person to go to who genuinely cared and open to just listening and just giving me some tips on and books and suggestions on how to better maneuver my life and rewire my brain. It was amazing. It was the greatest year and a half of my life. I didn't stop by choice. The practice ended up relocating, so I had to end up finding another therapist. But what ended up happening in that time frame, I had rewired my brain so much that I was able to start doing those things on my own that I was learning. Reading books, going to the gym more, surrounding myself around like-minded people who were not dependent on drugs and people pleasing and instant gratification, if you will. It just really helped me so much, and it has gotten me to this point to where I'm at now. Therapy is literally for anybody, and what I mean by that is that you can go in there and talk about anything and it is completely normal. And when you leave, you just feel like a brand new person. You feel rejuvenated, your energy feels restored, and like you're on a full tank of gas once again. And it was just amazing, got me through so much. So if you have been considering therapy, it's going to help you for the better and help the people around you as well. I promise you that. That's just a little bit about my experience with therapy and how it changed my life and my mindset. I hope that this video has helped you and helped break that stigma that mental health is not that serious, because it really is. It really, really is, with the suicide rates continually increasing by percentage and mental health becoming so much more of a trending topic because of social media and all of this internet and access and instant gratification. If you have been considering it, I definitely recommend doing it, because you will see what I'm talking about, I promise you. Thank you guys for listening. If you have not yet, please click that like and subscribe button and share it if you can. It doesn't go unnoticed. I'm so thankful for you and all of your support. I hope that you have such an amazing day and an even greater week. Just know that there are people out there who love you and care about you. I love you all, and I'm thankful for every single one of you. Stay blessed. Peace.